And I think you've got to start back in the US and look at what's happening in the Permian. You could argue, and certainly I just got back from the Gulf in Abu Dhabi 2 weeks ago, and they point the blame firmly at the US and what's happening there again. It's very similar to 2014, where you had this surge in US production. We've had that again this year, record US production. And okay, there has been a bit of a pullback in the Permian with these weaker prices. The latest rig counts that we assess, saw a few rigs drop off the table, but we're still at multi-year highs in terms of rig permits in the US. And although some of the operators are talking about capex cuts for next year, they're all forecasting increases in production. So you kind of got to look at the break-evens. And at $56, $54, $55 a barrel, US operators still think they can make a buck. Is the same the case in the Gulf? I mean, we just had the Saudi Arabian budget come out, and their break-even is something like $85 a barrel.
Yeah, and our Permian producers, especially the ones that are more heavily indebted, Andy, they need the cash flow. They're not just going to stop the oil production and bring down production levels, are they? They can't afford to do it.
That's right. There's only one way for them, and that's produce more oil. That's just keep pumping into this market. So it creates a real systemic problem for OPEC. Can they actually deliver these 1.2 million barrels a day of cuts that they're projecting out into the first, second quarter of next year? Yes, they're going to meet early in the year. They're going to assess this. We had the Russian oil minister, Alexander Novak, yesterday saying, well, it's not really the time for any hasty decisions from OPEC. But hey, we were flirting below $50 a barrel for Brent at the start of this week. Now we've bounced back a bit. I can't remember for an awfully long time this kind of volatility in the oil markets, what that says for the global economy, what that says for people's outlook for where we're going next year. It's very worrying.